Hey yo everybody, welcome back to Tavian's World of Reptiles. I hope you are all doing well and taking care of yourselves. So in today's video, I wanted to cover a topic that is not so bright, but definitely super important to get out there and spread the awareness of. Many of you have probably follow Nerd and Donny from Nerd and have seen his video on the particular subject of the Reptile channel. And if you have, great, you probably don't need to watch this because you're probably already really aware. If you haven't, but maybe you've heard about it and kind of maybe been hesitant because you've also heard about some of the content and graphic nature of that video and didn't really want to watch it. And if so, I do want to let you know that I will not be showing any footage in this video. I think Donnie did a fantastic job of really breaking down the nature of that channel and showing what needed to be seen for people to understand why the channel is an issue. And so if you really want to see more graphic scenes and see what it is that makes the channel so problematic, I definitely suggest you check out Donnie's channel, and I will link both of his videos on this subject in the description. But I'm not going to be showing any footage. I'm just literally going to be talking about this because I want to do my part in spreading the awareness of this. Now, if you care about this reptile community and this hobby, then you are going to care about who you're following and what support you're giving. And I think there are a lot of people who love and care about reptiles and want to learn things, who may not necessarily know or understand everything and how things should be, who are following a channel out there thinking that they are getting some sort of education from it. Now, this channel, or the Reptile channel, or Reptile channel, whatever it is called, is it's pretending to be a channel that is all about educating people about reptiles. However, with watching any amount of their content, it is quickly realized that this channel is anything but trying to really educate people. This channel really just reeks of just horrible animal abuse and torture, and definitely is not targeting people who care about reptiles in a sense. It is definitely targeting people who like to fetishize small defenseless animals being eaten and consumed whole. They do a lot of really zooming in and focusing hard on the whole feeding aspect of it all, of live feedings. I think they've tried to do a shift where they're not feeding quite as much live lately, but it doesn't matter. They are solely, most of their content is just reeking full of live feedings. And it's not just like a normal live feeding, like, you know, we see a lot of people who live feed and their reptile, their snakes, you know, but they're in their enclosures or their tubs or whatever, and you know, and they get a feeder given to them. And this particular channel really sets up scenes. It sets up scenes where they will place certain feeders that would not normally be even eaten by these animals, but regardless, they set up feeders and in situations where then they will allow the snake or animal to hunt it down, and they really emphasize, they put really ominous music to it. They really comment on how scary it is that, oh, this poor innocent animal is just minding its own business, and look at this big dark scary snake that's creeping up on it, and oh my gosh, just getting it, and really just like emphasizing the scary nature of the hunt. And then once the animal is actually gotten, they really just like zoom in and really emphasize and comment on how the snake is actually eating the animal, and how like really zooming in to going down the mouth and the throat, and just it's really horrible. And not just that, now not just setting up these scenes that would never naturally happen, but they are also actually really going out of their way and doing some horrible things that are putting the snakes and other animals at risk. I mean, going as far as literally shoving live prey down the mouth of large snakes and trying to reverse the image to make it look like it's swallowed something. It's really quite morbid. The very different images that they are doing out there, and they're really harming these animals at this point. It's not even just like setting up scenes of shit that wouldn't actually happen. They're literally grabbing these animals and shoving things down their throats, and pulling these live animals out of the snakes, and like covering them in nasty, disgusting goop and all sorts of nasty stuff. And it's really horrible what they're doing, and they're all passing themselves off as a reptile educational channel, when in reality they're really just putting out footage and access to this type of stuff for people who like to fetishize these things, and they'll deliberately like zoom in and capture certain images that will actually satisfy the needs that these people have to see this. And it's quite foul, and it's really a bad image for our hobby and for reptile keepers, and for all of it. It's bad. It's bad because this is the type of stuff that those very people I've talked about in the last few previous videos are looking for. They go grab this type of footage and they take it back and they say, look at this, look at this, look at this horrible thing that's happening. This large snake is eating this poor innocent animal, and this channel is verifying that. They are even speaking on how innocent the animals are that are being hunted. They'll mention how cute the animals are that are being hunted. Oh, look at this poor cute animal, and they'll zoom in on like a raccoon watching another of its animals, its friends, being eaten. And it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. It's a solid animal abuse and solid fetishization. That's all it is. That is all this channel is. And there are other channels out there like it. And I think it's very important for us who care about this hobby, who care about these animals, to really pay attention to the content that we are watching, and notice it for what it is. Because this is not education. This is just pure horrific scenes just being filmed, and animals being abused, and then non-consensually fetishized. Like, seriously, these animals cannot ever at all consent to people just fetishizing their death. And it's morbid and it's horrible, and we need to stop supporting channels like this. So really just pay attention to what you're watching. If you're out there and you care about you love reptiles and you care about them, and you don't want to continue to support something like this, but you found yourself are actually following this channel, get out now. Get out now. Stop following this channel. Stop giving support to this channel, because it is not what it is saying that it is. It is absolutely a morbid channel, and you don't want to support something like that. And there are other channels out there like it, not as big as this one, but they're out there, and it's important for us to be very much so aware of it. Because it's giving fuel to people to take away our rights. Like, this is the type of stuff that is going to get people to say, you know what, we don't need to have people keeping these animals, because look at this. This is horrible. We don't want this. We don't want these poor defenseless animals being put in this situation and glorified like this. Like, this is horrible. So we definitely need to do our part to shut down stuff like this and stop supporting channels like this. And I don't know, they've got several thousand followers, and I don't know how many of them are actual reptile lovers and how many of them are there specifically for the gory nature of the channel and to fetishize the poor death of those animals. But it's all terrible. Anyway, I don't want to keep rambling on it. I'm just saying that this is not good for our hobby. It really makes everything that we are trying to do just invalid if people are seeing and absorbing this. And the snakes are already seen in such a dark and scary light, and so for this channel to be passing itself off as a reptile educational channel, they sure are putting snakes and other reptiles in very scary and morbid positions, and really shining them in a very morbid light, and which alone tells me that this is not a reptile educational channel, because reptile education is about showing the true, wonderful, beautiful nature of these animals and really educating the people about the power of the animals, but in a very safe and non-scary manner. And this is not safe, and it's not scary, and it is definitely just really dark. It's darkly represented, and we don't want to support anything like that. So if you are following a channel like that, please get out. Please stop supporting channels like that. If you want to see more on this, please check out Donny's 2 videos that I'm going to link in the description. He did an awesome job covering this topic, especially if you really want to see more about what I'm talking about when it comes to this channel without actually going to the channel to support the channel. Please go check out those 2 videos. He did a great job. There's a lot of other people out there who's covering the topic, but I've he says it in his 2nd video, and I've seen it myself, that most of those videos are literally just like mostly his content that has just been regurgitated and reshown and reshared. So if you really want to see what's up, just go ahead and watch his 2 solid videos, because he did a great job on it. And of course, if you watch this video, awesome. I spared you seeing all the gore if you didn't want to see it. And I hope that I got through to somebody out there who might be following that channel. Otherwise, I hope I got through to somebody who can tell somebody else to stop following that channel, because it is not a channel to support. And just be aware of what you're watching, because they're disguising themselves as education, and it's not. And you can you will know when it is not education. It is very obvious when it is really just emphasizing the death and the torture of these live animals in situations that they shouldn't be in. So anyway, I'm rambling, so I'm wrapping up this video. You guys take care. Love yourselves, love your loved ones, love your reptiles, and you guys keep spreading those herbs.